Before I start this review, I just want to acknowledge the fact that I have not actually seen the original Fargo movie. I have it on Blu-ray, I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen the movie for a reason, and that reason is so that this review would actually be accurate. If I was comparing it to the movie instead of having it as its own standalone thing, which is what it is, this wouldn't be a fair review. Anyway, let's get into it.
Oh my god!
Awful. It's basically about this guy that kills his wife with a hammer, accidentally hires a hitman in a hospital waiting room to kill his high school bully, and he witnesses the death, actually murder with a shotgun, of a police chief in his own home. And that's the first episode. Yeah, I know. Martin Freeman plays Lester Nygaard, an overall just pathetic guy. He's this scrawny, stuttering, pathetic insurance salesman. He's not very good at anything, really. He actually reminds me of Walter White, the start of Breaking Bad, because he lets everybody walk over him and he doesn't really have any self-worth or self-confidence. Of course, that changes in the series, just like Walter White, because if we had a whole season of Lester Nygaard stuttering and selling car insurance, that would suck. Martin Freeman is just fantastic in this show. Really, when I see him, I don't see an actor. I don't see Martin Freeman. And that is something that doesn't happen to me a lot. Guy's beyond talented. Let's face it. Billy Bob Thornton plays a traveling hitman that is basically just a dick to everybody. And that makes for some really funny scenes. Like, he is so good at being an asshole. I wonder if he's nice in real life. I feel like he'd be nice, but then if I said anything wrong, he'd kill me. Actually, no, he's probably a nice guy. His performance, combined together with the fantastically written and clever dialogue in the show, makes Lorne Melvo one of my favorite villains of all time. If I'm being honest, I kinda like him just as much as Negan from The Walking Dead. And that's saying something, because he's my favorite villain of all time. He's amazing. Why are they gonna put him in the show, huh? That's gonna ruin everything. That's a PG show. Well, it's not a PG show, but it might as well be, because it's AMC, you can't swear. Ellison Tolman plays Molly Solverson, this basically just small-town cop that really can't catch a break. All of her department just basically thinks she's a joke, and that's stupid, because she is the only one in her department that isn't a joke. Really, she should be the one in charge. She is the best. She's actually a really likable character, and as much as you root for the main characters, you really root for her as well. And they're on completely different sides. You're like, I love everybody. But yeah, she's really good in this role. I think that she is a really, really talented actor, and I'm glad that she's been in some things lately. I know she was in Krampus. I'm not sure how much of a ticket to fame that is, but Bob Odenkirk plays the police chief in this show, and oh my god, he's really good. He's really good. The casting is just perfect. I mean, hell, even the guy who played the religious nutball from season 6 of Dexter, yeah, he did some weird things in that show. Plays a cop, Gus Grimley. He's really fantastic in this. Speaking of Dexter, the guy who plays Lundy in the later seasons is in this, and I was really glad to see him. He's fantastic in this. He's this old man that owns a cafe, and honestly, he's just such a likable character. Like, you really love him, and his jokes are so bad. Like, he tells dad jokes pretty much every scene he's in, but he's so funny. He's so great. I want to hug him. I want him to be my grandpa, honestly. I mean, I could go on. I really could, but I'd end up just praising the entire cast. Really, the casting is perfect. Even the smaller characters are perfect. Good job, whoever did the casting. You did it well. As you'd expect from a TV show, Fargo isn't just directed by one people. One people? Really, Darcy? Good job. Episode 8 is probably my favorite episode in terms of directing and the actual camera angles. It has some really interesting cinematography in it. There's this one shot where it has Lester looking at this washing machine that he just bought, and the camera spins around and it goes around, and it's a transition to him in another scene, and I thought that was really cool. I like creative shots like that. I think that's why I like Breaking Bad so much. Vince Gilligan is a genius. But yeah, Matt Shakman, he directed the pilot, which is one of the most solid pilots I have ever seen. Scott Weinert directed my favorite episode in terms of directing, episode 8. I really do love this TV show, and there's not really much I can fault. You know, everything is basically perfect, but there's two very, very extremely minor things that I just want to talk about briefly. First of all, there's this one performance in the whole season that isn't that good. It's this one scene that lasts like 2 minutes. It's a flashback that helps the story along of this younger character. And I have to say, the younger version of him looks exactly like him. Really, the casting is great that way, but the acting isn't the best. And when I say that, the person is pretty good. You know, the standards are very high. After sitting through, 7-8 episodes of Billy Bob Thornton, Martin Freeman, Bob Odenkirk, Ellison Tolman, every single person on this cast, I am so picky with performances. And then he comes along and I'm like, it doesn't ruin the scene. It's still a good scene that supports this subplot that's going on, but...
I come from the mud when it comes down to this music shit. The music game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I built We the Best from ground up.
This is the part where I'd usually complain about filler, but there is none to point out in this TV show. It is beautifully paced, unlike shows like The Walking Dead. The whole second season of that, for example. The same thing for 8 episodes.
Sophia.
Look, the whole thing that we were doing, I hate that damn season. Fargo is beautifully paced, so much so that I never felt the need to check my clock, I never felt the need to check my phone, or anything, apart from watch this TV show. This show keeps you hooked without using stupid cliffhangers. And hey, I'm not trying to say that cliffhangers are bad, it's just that this TV show is very clever, and it's that good that it keeps me needing, physically needing, to see the next episode without a cliffhanger. Fargo also doesn't feel the need to spoon feed you every single bit of information and have someone by the side of the screen going like, oh, this means this, by the way. Oh, this is foreshadowing, by the way. Oh, wow, this means this. Oh, it's all good. No. Gotham. Fargo doesn't spoon feed you. It doesn't. It expects you to understand everything that is happening. And you do, because it's beautifully written, beautifully directed, and it gets the message across perfectly. It also doesn't have that annoying character that they're there at the side and they have to explain everything to that character, but you just know that they're explaining it to you. I hate those characters, I'm sorry. They're just the worst, honestly. Overall, Fargo is beautifully directed, amazingly written, and just superbly acted. Really, this is one of the best TV shows I've seen in a while. Oh, baby. I mean, when I look at the characters, I don't see the actors. I see the characters. I see the actual characters. They just blend into their character. I don't know where the actor starts and the character begins, because they begin in the same place. It's great. I'm giving Fargo Season 1 a 10 out of 10. My seal of approval, and I highly recommend you get this on Blu-ray. Seriously, go out and get it right now. It's like $20. Anyway, have you guys seen Season 1 of Fargo? If you have, what did you think of it? Leave a comment down below. Do you have any sort of things you want me to review next? If so, again, comment down below. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and happy watching.